All right, all right. What's up, brother? This is
Going on?
Signature. Can you introduce yourself to the people for me, please?
This your boy J to the Y. You know what I'm saying? CEO and founder of LyteLyfe. You know what I'm saying? One time for the LyteLyfe team, the LyteLyfe family. Love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Salute to boy Sig for having me on here.
Okay, gotcha. Before we get too deep into it, tell the people where to find you, how they can support you in your movement.
I'm LyteLyfe 2020 on everything. That's at LyteLyfe 2020 on Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah, y'all make sure to find that page, like that page, you know. All right, so let's get into it. So, where you from, brother?
Originally, you know what I'm saying, born out of Alabama, grew up on the outskirts of New Orleans, with a lot of background in that. My dad's side from New Orleans East,
Ooh.
and then my mom's side is from deep south, Alabama. It's about a couple miles north of Mobile.
Okay,
Washington
got
County.
you. Got you. So, why music?
Well, I mean, it actually found me. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yes, I do.
it actually found me. First thing first, it started with poetry, where I used to get in creative writing in class.
Yeah.
Sometimes I had this composition book where they want us to write at least one poem a class period, and different ones to try to test our knowledge of other poems, like your haikus, and different things like that. And just was writing. Of course, looking back on it now, like it was very simplistic. So a lot of the roses are reds and violets are blues.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then me and my cousin TazCaelan, shout out to Taz, who's a part of LyteLyfe.
Good.
Who's also my cousin. We in his room. I'm at my uncle's house, and then I must have bumped the little tall CD case you used to stack the CDs in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I bumped it, and of all the CDs that fell, it was a Master P instrumental CD.
Ooh,
and I was like, oh, what's the instrumental? I don't know. Put it on, realizing that, oh, okay, so this is just the music without the beat. I'm young now, come on.
Okay.
Don't give me that.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. And then we was like, thought of this crazy idea, like, man, what if we made our own rap to it? For real, like, it's all play at the moment. Like, all right, cool. You write something, I write something. All right, cool. I'm talking about the most garbage mess in the world, to the point where, like, we end up having to, you know how family is.
Mm-hmm.
They walk in on you doing something like that. What y'all working on? Oh, shoot, we were just, you know what I'm saying? We had listened to this beat and we started rapping. Oh, y'all trying to rap? I mean, it is a rap. I don't know what the actual, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Natural words for it is, but we start talking about it, and then the word got out, and then people wanted to hear it. And you know how family members are.
Yep.
Hey, come here. Y'all say that thing y'all was doing when y'all working on that room that day.
So would you say the family push led you down the road? Like, having that family element involved into it, do you think it solidified you going down this road or helped you keep down this road?
Heck no! That was embarrassment. No, but after that, as time went on, I started really getting more into music, learning different things with music, having different influences with music. It was like, I know I was doing that for play before, but what if I really can do this? And then my thoughts on certain things was different at the time, and then I just, over the years, had just continued to write, continue to practice, and then at one point it was a break in time. I went in the military. I didn't think that I would get back into music again, and then I met up with some people who was that does music, and then that inspiration came back again.
I get it. Do you remember how old you were when y'all found that CD and did those first writings?
I want to say about 10 or 11.
10 or 11?
About 10 or 11.
And then, so I take it, what age were you when you went into the military?
I was I just turned 19.
So between that 11 and 19, did you physically record anything? Did y'all ever get any?
As I got out my Paul, Saul, called, you know what I'm saying? When I got out of that phase and realizing how to really orchestrate words and everything, yeah, I know. But once I got out that stage, then that's when I started really messing with different things. I didn't know what I was doing. All I knew is I wanted to rap. And then I, of course, as any other beginning recording person, found Audacity.
I get that, yo.
You know what I'm saying? For me, it was the headset recording. To the point where, you know, I would literally record myself, do certain freestyles, the certain beats, and then once I record them, I'll burn it to the CD, and then pass them joints out, and then, you know, from there, then I linked up with somebody who actually had a studio, well, somewhat of a studio. They had a digital recorder, a Boss BR600 digital recorder.
I know what you're talking about.
That only thing you really needed was a condenser mic, speakers, headphones, and that's it, in a room.
Oh yeah, because it was everything in one machine.
Yeah, everything was in it. It mixed and mastered by itself. You can adjust the settings, but the only problem with that is you can't control certain parts. So you have to record it perfect. If you want it, like if it was like an 8-channel digital recorder, so first channel would be like your lead vocals, next channel can be like your ins and outs, third channel your ad libs.
Pause. For those who don't know, he's explaining how to use the physical machine, not like how we have everything on digitized on the machine. You got unlimited tracks. You got unlimited blah 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 blah. No, the physical machine with its limited capabilities.
Exactly. I mean, it gets the job done. I mean,
of course.
I would actually, that would be something perfect to have for somebody who's literally on the go all the time, and let's say you got a lot of people that want you to do features or whatever.
Yeah.
And then that's a perfect way to go ahead and knock out raw recordings and then send it in to whoever you send it to.
Oh yeah, now come on now. That's one of the biggest things there's still a lot of great features with having certain analog equipment, certain physical things, because there's a lot of sounds you won't be able to replace and things of that nature. Do you still have any of that music?
Shoot. Man, that probably went away with MySpace.
Oh wow.
That's that old.
Oh, I understand that.
And you know, with certain email, you can't keep it but so long unless you like.
Oh, come on, man.
Post them to the wall. So I mean, most of that stuff is gone. But however, there's only one track that lives back in Louisiana, and with the word, you know how it is when you get around the high school, people, oh, you rap? Well, rap something then. And then as that came about, my name started to spread in the high school, and then also, you know, on the back of the bus, on the way going home on Fridays, all right, we might as well kick it out with the Freestyle Friday. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, and then sometimes we'll actually battle.
Yeah.
In the back of like I'll come with my best round, somebody come in there and we rap it in the back of the bus. But the track I'm referring to is I got asked by the committee of my class to give something we was doing what's called a best hall for like homecoming. And to give it that extra push, somebody found out that I did music. And it was like, if we paid you, would you do a homecoming song for us to give us that edge so we win the hall? I said, yeah, that's dope, okay. And I did it. We won the hall. But not only we won the hall, that song is still played to this day.
Oh wow.
When homecoming comes, inside the school, and when the football players come out, and at the dance.
I mean, well then you did your job, man. That's what's up, boy. You own your city, boy. Come on, boy.
Nah, I'm not. I wasn't in my city. just keeping it home.
You owning your school, then that's something. Some folks don't even get on in their house.
Yeah, but it was just something that I was proud of. You know, to know that, you know, somebody took a liking to what I did.
Yeah.
And, you know, just giving me the opportunity to do that. it was real dope.
What were you calling yourself back then?
Oh, same thing now.
Still.
Jay. But every now and then, I used to play like this off the ego thing. You know how you got like Tip versus T.I.
And everybody had like, that was like, especially with Jeezy. When Jeezy came out after Jeezy, it was like everybody had to have multiple names.
So I it was something like very basic and corny. J. Fred out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Excuse me, that was hilarious.
J. Fred. Matter of fact, I think there was another one. Young J. And then there was one more. Shoot, what was it? I forgot.
Everybody had a young or a little name, like, or big. It was young, little, or big. Everybody had one.
Yeah.
So, all right. Let's take it. We're gonna take it to the young days. Keep it young for a couple seconds. Did you come from a musical house? Or did your parents jam like that, or did they create music any, or did they love music like that?
If anything, music when it comes to like that type of relationship was a lot of times, because like I said, I'm from Alabama, grew up in the outskirts of New Orleans, and when I go visit home in Alabama, it's a 2 hour ride, and it'd be nothing. Remember the Body and Soul CDs they used to sell on TV?
Yes.
They had every one. And then it's like, by the young age, even before my double digits, I'm knowing these songs. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like singing about stuff I have no idea what they talking about
at all.
And then realizing that's good music, but also later on getting into different things because my uncle he listened to a lot of real good music. Your Dre, your Juvenile, your Mystical, Lil Wayne, and I mean the young Lil Wayne, DMX, different things like that, and those mixtures kind of got with me, and then which led me to get into deep into Southern music, 8-Ball, MJG.
Oh yeah.
Jermaine Dupri when it comes to So Def and everything like that.
Yep.
And then later led me to Lil Bow Wow. I'm talking about Beware of Dog, Lil Bow Wow. Like, bounce with me, Lil Bow Wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then, leading into other things, and then as time went on, just, I became more of a fan than wanting to be an artist. And then as time went on, it kind of flipped on the other side.
I'm with you on that. That's how it goes usually, starting out as a fan and it gets you so wrapped up in it. Okay, bet. So 19, Army comes. Can you say what it was that gave you that spark back to create?
I ended up being at this little soldier little hangout spot on Post. And I met up with a guy who's also from Alabama. And we started getting this conversation. I don't really remember how we got into our conversation, but somewhere along the lines, it was brought up that, oh yeah, I do music too. You know what I'm saying? Well, I did music. You know what I'm saying? and I told him, like, and I want to say, he laughed and like, why you saying, like, because I really feel like there's no way for me to do that again without knowing what I knew then, because like I said, my mind was closed in on what all I knew about making music. And then, later on, he said, I plan on probably getting things together soon. And people talk. They say they're gonna do stuff. And then you're like, all right, cool, whatever. I mean, and then he ended up inviting me to this other little hangout spot where I met up with another guy, and then we ended up going back to his house, and he ended up breaking out a box, and it was recording equipment. The interface, the condensed mic, and then he was looking at everything like, y'all, we could actually rebuild a studio, we could get going again. He said, what y'all on? So let's do it. So we literally, I'm talking about, if this had to be the most ghetto home studio.
Mm.
I'm talking about we ride around posts where people throwing away furniture, taking the insulation on the inside.
Oh yeah, I know. Come on now.
Cutting up, throwing it in the back of the seat. And then when we get back, we'll actually get the scissors, cut them in like I say about maybe like 6 inch by 6 inch squares, if not a little bit bigger. And then we tiling them to the wall, super glue. He had a closet, and then we was on the top of the apartment on post. So we'll pad the whole room, and then line the mic line to the inside of the screen, the shut door, and right by the shut door is where we would keep the actual interface, the computer, everything. And then we line it there, got the condenser mic to work, and then there was a lot of times where it got frustrating to have the microphone and the headphone jack cords tangled together, so we ended up doing research and found wireless headphones that we could plug in, but then we had to arrange it in a way where we could use, because with it being wireless, along with the mic, it causes interference. So we got that situated, found that out, and then we started making some little things here and there, and then we later formed a group, and that's all we did when we went to work. Old dude opened his house up to us, so it was like another home to us. Get off work, go there, record until it's time to go to sleep.
Did anything materialize from that project?
I wish it did, because a lot of times I felt we was held back because for whatever reason. But we made, I say we made a lot of music. We lost more than we could ever think that we would ever make.
Who was producing? Who was making the beats for y'all?
Oh, it wasn't too much of the beats. It was just like we would find different things and we'll do find different things on YouTube. But it was a lot of freestyles. But when I say we did a lot, we did a lot of music. A lot. There'll be times where we'll have like a hangout night. Oh
man, I know about it, man.
And then somebody be like, "Hey, it's time," and then everybody hype. And then what we'll do, like I said, we already lit already. It's a good vibe, so we'll take the mic from out the booth, bring it inside, put it in the middle of the room, loop about 4-5 beats and hit record. And then just go. Some of the stuff be garbage, some of the stuff be fire.
Yeah.
And we just, just go back, listen to it, like, man, we was lit. Saying this and I said that and you said this, like,
Got you. Okay, so around what age is this? When you started this and that ended, around what age frame was that?
Well, that was like I said, when I turned 19.
Okay.
Up to a certain point where everybody kind of disbanded a little bit. I said that was close to the end of, because I was still in, I'll say about 2000, maybe 13. And then, everybody disbanded, and then some of us, we got back together. Yeah. And did some real things. And then, from there, that's when we kept on. And then the group, The Prodigy, was created.
With any of those previous, creating moments, were you able to materialize a full project out of any of those, or was it just a lot of creating at those times?
Now, when I was a part of the group called The Prodigy, we did do a mixtape, but it was a mixtape that consisted of freestyle, but original music too.
I get it.
And it was called We Do It For The Fans, which is also still online now.
There you go.
And though some of the guys that's on there, we don't speak anymore, but I'd be lying if I said that, we made some good joints. We made some good tracks. You know what I'm saying? I'll never take away from that. That was something very special that we did. And you know, that was pretty much it. Just it was something very, very special for real. Like,
Yeah,
that's the first.
time tends to do that to things. You know, it either strengthens the bond or, you know, it helps folks go about their business, you know?
Right.
So, being the current LyteLyfe group, where did that come from? How did that start forming?
Well, I've always been around people, as you've been hearing so far, that done music to the point where I conform to other people. I never was someone where I had opportunity to do things just for me. Like, imagine me trying to find, and I end up stumbling upon a studio where I didn't meet nobody, and I just went and recorded. I never had that. It was always me, you know what I'm saying, trying to, well, not really try, but me always with somebody else. So at one point, when the Prodigy ended up forming to a group called Only Us, even though I never told the guys, there was times where I felt like I was in the shadows. There was times I felt like I didn't have an identity as an individual artist. People knew me for, you know, saying clever things, but it's like, what can I do on my own? I never had the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Nobody ever gave me the opportunity, but nobody also encouraged the opportunity neither, because the other guys, they actually did things on their own.
I get that.
And with me, it was a thing where I never have an opportunity to do anything on my own or have anything of my own. So in doing so, LyteLyfe was created based on the fact that I wanted something of my own, but I also wanted to stand for something. And
Got you.
for it to stand for something, it has to have a meaning behind it. And I didn't know what the meaning was. I knew I wanted to do that. And then I'm literally on my way to PT in the morning. And you know, 6 a.m., for those who don't know, Steve Harvey does these motivational speakings at 6 a.m. in the morning.
Yep.
And I would listen to that from 6 a.m. to 6:15. And they basically speak about different things, but one thing he said one morning that stuck with me, he said, and it wasn't in the midst of me believing this, but he said, see, the problem, people want to be rich, but they don't know how to be rich. It's not just you feeling like you have to work hard all the doggone time. It's you embracing a gift that God gave you. Take that and see how you multiply from it. And when doing so, understanding that a gift is the one thing you do with the least amount of effort. And in time, people confuse what a gift is opposed to what a hobby is. Like with certain artists, they feel like, I'm born to do this. But if you're real with yourself, sometimes, just like with me, I felt like I was that person. Yeah, I was born to do this. As time went on, my vision changed, where me being this artist who gets signed by a major label, and of course, which is every artist's dream, kind of found out that wasn't my gift. My gift was to bring people together for a common goal to be successful. That's what I found out later in life what my gift was. To be someone who can encourage somebody else and doing it unselfishly. Always being, in some cases, your friends cheerleader in what they do, because you don't know who's backing them on the other end. There's times where artists, we're sensitive.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So there's times where you really put your all into something and somebody takes it as a joke, or somebody don't take it seriously, to the point where you be like, no, forget it, or you just want to throw it away. But it takes maybe one person that could be in your corner, be like, hey man, hey, it's not all the way there yet, but you on your way. We're gonna get this together. Let's do it. Let's, you know what I'm saying? Like, giving you that encouragement.
Yes, I do.
And I feel like that's what my gift is. I'm that person who wants to give encouragement. And you know, whatever it is that you do, and when I say give, I don't mean music. I mean what the brand stands for. shine a light on what it is that you do with the least amount of effort by creating it into yourself and making it a lifestyle.
Gotcha.
And then when doing so, we support and we, you know what I'm saying, bring it out and showcase it to the world.
Got you. When did you form LyteLyfe, or when did the bricks start to come together?
I say towards the back end of 2019 going into 2020. It was some conversation, some emotions in play. But never nothing serious as of yet, because again, I didn't know what I was going with this or what I was gonna do with it. And then later, you know, I started really picking it up where, you know, I say 2021, well, mid 2021 in 2021, I realized, okay, you know, I kind of got an idea what I want to do with this. I'm gonna make it, you know what I'm saying, a music brand. Gotcha. I don't want to say record label, because, you know, when people say record label, people terms and terminology start getting into play. Oh, you got a record label? How you got a record label? You ain't what you think you is, Def Jam? Like, come on, man.
Exactly. But you know, you're bringing forth a really, really great point right fast, and I want to make sure that's like, to say that, because I get, you know, I come behind folks all the time, because the only reason Walmart is because we believe in it. Because people go there every day and spend their money there. That is the only reason they are who they are. Right. If people, you know, but there are places where they don't, you know, fuck with Walmart in the slightest. You know, Walmart has never had a store there. They will never have a store there, because they themselves don't believe in that, and they will never believe in their people. So I just take a step back to say, like, a lot of times, especially in this realm of creators, you know, other folks who don't feel or believe in the vision will take the time to shit on you by comparing what we're doing to a big conglomerate of that, like that. But you gotta, you know, but we always just have to keep in heart, if we believe in it, then it will become what it is supposed to be. And at the same time, Def Jam started out as some dudes just getting laughed at. You know what I mean? So, my bad for the vent, but to slide back to the point. So got you. So, has LyteLyfe put out any projects yet so far, or is anything on the way, or is how was it going as a whole?
My bro and my cousin, TazCaelan, he's dropped 2 projects already under LyteLyfe. He has his self-entitled album, TazCaelan. And then he just recently, not too long ago, dropped the album called Maybe I Do Need God.
Ooh.
It's a 30-track album. Featured a lot of artists from LyteLyfe, myself, Al the Death Dealer, my boy T Will, and then just different people. He got skits from Bro Man from Upstairs. And just, you know, it's a mixture of different things. And then T Will, he dropped a single called Showstopper, and then he got a single out right now with a guy from that he do a lot of projects with called Back End. Real dope
Gotcha.
song. Of course, newly added Mocha. She has her single Drunk Dial. And got more stuff on the way. We got Kiara Renee, who's doing a joint project with Tune Out.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to that day, bro. When that drops, I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? For those who follow Tune Out and Kiara, I promise you, you will not be disappointed in this project.
Shouts out to both of them, yo. C-Po stand up. Shouts out to both of them.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tune Out, man. And myself, I'm working on something for this year. My first album. Remember I said, I never had a chance to show my identity on certain things and my creativeness of putting things together. And for as long as I said what I said, 10, 11, I'm 31 now.
Okay, that's a solid dub.
This is my first studio album. My first studio album by myself.
Got you. Do you have a name for your project yet?
It's called Abstract.
Okay, got you. All right. Is there a certain aspect that makes you readier now, or is it just the timing of everything?
When you said it,
are you more prepared or ready to do it now, or is it just the way that things aligned to make it all capable for
the album?
For the album, yeah.
I mean, it's one of the things where, as I've told my team, because we're not even my team, other podcasts have asked, hey, when is it dropping? All I can tell you is it's gonna be 2023. I have yet to tell anybody a date, a time, anything, because I'm in the midst of, you know what I'm saying, trying to, you know what I'm saying, assist my team.
Gotcha.
In what they have, where I'm not really concerned with how many album sales I'm gonna have, or how many views I'm gonna have, how many streams I have, because in all realness, this album was made, I wanted it to be made off of love that I have for people.
Yep.
To showcase, you know what I'm saying, my talents, to be able to show my diversity, to be able to show, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, I have an identity in what I do musically.
I feel that deeply.
Yeah.
Is there something, what are some of the elements that you can say are gonna, or that people can find that attract themselves or can find in your music that are of them? Like, for instance, like, you know, I'm one to preach positivity. I'm one to preach, you know, about coming from the hard working person or the working man's angle, you know. So what are some of the angles that you come from, or something that people can attach themselves who listen to your music, or they can find in your music?
What I'm finding out now, what I'm finding out now, because as I said, I'm being real when I say, like, I'm literally finding my own person when it comes as me musically. Is I'm about, you know, a good time.
Gotcha.
I'm about shining light on certain situations, real situations, happy, sad, hurt, pain, different views on different things, just really trying to tap into true feelings of a real person, things that people go through, things that people see, things that, you know, we talk about, or like I said, or see on a regular basis, and just always striving to be different.
Got you. Well, I'm glad you went that way. What is something that you could say is something that sets you apart from the rest of the world, or something that you focus on to make you different from others? Just speaking musically.
Nah, if we're based on what I just said, it's gonna be what I just said, on feeling, on my personal view. So to answer your question, it depends on who you're talking to. Because I mean, let's be honest. I know who I am as a person. I know my character as a person. There's people who don't see that in me. They see that I'm just somebody who's trying to be opportunist. No, I'm somebody who understands the proper etiquette on doing certain things, but also at the same time understanding that it takes communication. And, you know, I want to always know that I'm doing things the right way. And if I'm not doing them the right way, I would like to think that somebody would tell me. So that way, just like with children, they're adolescents. If you tell somebody don't touch that stove that got the flame on,
Yep.
and you gotta pop them, right? Or the alternative, let them get burned before they realize that's why I told you not to put your hand there in the first place.
Very true.
I'm somebody who is open to learn. I'm open to understanding people's feelings and try to be understanding. I always try to take the high road. And in doing so, you know, my biggest thing is knowledge, and making sure that when it comes to knowledge, it's part of understanding something that you felt you might have, but you really don't.
Gotcha.
So if it's a thing where I step on toes, or you know what I'm saying, I'm not understanding something, it's always big to communicate to somebody and say, you know what, hey, I didn't like the way you did this. And all it is a conversation. I'm not someone who's very, you know, over the top. I'm easy to talk to. It's the same as like if I'm talking to you, see, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey Jay, I don't like you the way you answer that last question. Oh, my bad, bro. What you didn't like about it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes, I do, man.
And as us being grown, I feel like we should be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? And in doing so with that communication, that's what makes everything to become what it needs to be.
Gotcha.
Is, you know, authentic.
Gotcha. Okay, well, to bring things to a head, like, can you tell the folks once again, like, what they should be on the lookout for this year, or what you got coming, or what to be expecting?
Well, be on the lookout for, you know, different things from all LyteLyfe artists. King Versatile, Out the Depth Dealer, T Will,
Shout them out.
Mocha, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the whole family, you know what I'm saying? Jazz, Dolo, Shan, Joy, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So I got a big family, make sure I ain't missing nobody. Shoot, Queen, you know what I'm saying? Letitia. It just, if I forgot anybody, I do apologize. My mind's everywhere right now, but they know it's all love. You know, so I love my whole team. Without y'all, you know, there's no me.
And also, last time, tell them where to find you again.
And lastly, on Facebook, Instagram, that's LyteLyfe 2020, LyteLyfe 2020 on everything.
Bet. Well, thank you for your time, Brother Jay.
Appreciate it, man.
Holla.